Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your next 3-month reading for July 2025. So we'll be looking at August, September, October. I'm going to do one card per each of these decks and each of the 6 areas that we looked at last month. We'll get a couple charms as well just for added messaging. If you don't like to watch the process, I use timestamps below, so feel free to jump ahead. All right, let's get the messages here for Sagittarius. What is due to happen in the next 3 months based on where you're all at right now? When we connected in last month, you were encouraged to keep manifesting your visions, your dreams into life, but kind of calm down, focus on one at a time if you could. It was kind of a please request from the angels to kind of help them out and helping you out. So asked to focus. So we'll see if in July you focused and how maybe that's impacted this next 3-month period. I think there was 2 there, yeah. Okay. This card's a little bit larger, but okay, they all fit on camera. All right, so like last month, we're going to be looking at your home environments. So that's the predominantly the 2 places where you split the majority of your time between. Could be 2 homes, work and travel, work and volunteering, work community, work church, whatever it is for you. Then we're going to look at your relationship with self over the next 3 months. We're going to check in with your current heart's wish. So again, do we see if you've calmed down and focused in on just one? And then when we get into the bottom row here, we're going to look into have a conversation about your expectations, something you don't expect, something to maybe prepare for, and then something that's assured to come true based on where you're at today. And if you take any of the advice that comes from the cards. Oops. Gonna let them discard here. I think that's, yeah, okay. And there we go. Okay, so let's see what they want to add for messaging. I'll pause as long as needed. I'll come back to that card. Maybe there's charms in the way. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's just tune in here. That feels discarded upside down like that. All right. I'm just going to take a quick timestamp for our friends that jump ahead. Kind of skip over the process here, and then we'll get into the reading. Okay. Starting with looking at your home environment. So I guess at the primary areas. Looks like you're searching maybe for something lost or for clarity. Or maybe you don't even know what you're looking for. Maybe you just have a sensation of not really fully fulfilled here. Your heart's not fully fulfilled, but maybe you can't put your finger on it, Sagittarius. So there's like some like walking around your household here, like what's missing, what's lost, where did I put it, what's going on. Interesting sensation. Okay. Yeah, you're talking about it. It's on your mind here. Like you might be like you may not be talking about it with somebody else, but you might just be like mentioning it out loud, like where did I put it? So I don't know if in this next sort of this next 3-month period, if you might be kind of absent-minded because you have so much on your mind here that you're misplacing, and then sort of with the red and orange hues, I can see you kind of going between this mindset of like in a joyful place and then kind of like, where did I put that? Why can't I find that? Where is it? It's lost. So again, kind of this seeking here. Maybe it's trial and error as well. Maybe you're bringing different things into your home environments, into your work environment, trying different kind of responsibilities or tasks. Could just be rearranging furniture as well to see if that makes you happier, if that makes the flow better. You know, it's like you're trying to put your finger on what is just making you feel kind of not quite at ease. You're not fully uncomfortable, but you're definitely kind of thinking through things, and most of the thinking is in searcher mode here, research mode, in curiosity. You're inquiring. You know, you could be asking a lot of questions right now at work or of your family members, whoever's sharing your home space here with you. Curious Sagittarians looking for answers. So what about your relationship with self for the next kind of 3-month period here? So there's even clarity here of self with my leaf that's all about transparency, authenticity, vulnerability. Maybe you're getting honest with yourself. Maybe you're getting more vulnerable. Maybe you're willing to be more transparent, more trusting. You're being supported here by your angels, because this feels like a new space for you. With a baby turtle here going out to the ocean for the first time, right? This is a new world, new space, new arena for you to play in terms of yourself. Like being honest, being authentic, being true, maybe not holding back, like being, like I said, being more open, more transparent with others, like giving yourself the grace and space to do that. But it's new territory for you, this exploration you're doing. Self-exploration. Oh, as I say that, I'm turning around the card that says internal explorer. Self-exploration. I was just saying that. And look at you here, meditating, right? Back into your headspace. So maybe because you are kind of doing a lot of this self-exploration, maybe that's why you're a bit absent-minded here, right? We were saying kind of misplacing things, trying to find things in the home. It's like you're trying to restart like those Survivor shows where you're trying to blow on the flames to get the fire going. You're trying to reignite it. And I say that because this is all about creativity, this color orange. Creativity, strategy, innovation. So coming back to this exploration, right? You're trying new things, you're trying different things to kind of get you ignited here. You know, your emotions are kind of sitting in a singular space here. Maybe you're trying to get your passion center here ignited through being more honest with self. Maybe that's an uncomfortable place for you to put yourself first, maybe. You know, maybe you haven't done that. Maybe now you have the opportunity to. Maybe you're an empty nester for the first time. Again, you're in a new space for yourself. Maybe that's why you're kind of wandering here around your home looking for things. Maybe your home is a little bit more emptier now than it used to be. Got more time on your hands. Focus on yourself. Do what you want. So your heart's wish, one of your heart's wish here that the angels are helping you to work on, On the Heart's Wish, we have Made with Love, which is a passion. And there's peace in this. So this could be a hobby. It feels more like a hobby than it does like following your heart down the path to a dream job. I feel like this is, again, coming back to yourself. Was there a side of yourself you didn't pursue for a while? Did you put down your paintbrushes and was a parent, and now, like I said, you're an empty nester, so go back to pick up the paintbrushes again. There's this interest, this passion, or go ahead and lean into something new. Go ahead and find something new, but it brings you peace and joy, and some prosperity here. Maybe this is a hobby you can turn into some money, turn into some revenue. Maybe that's what you're hoping, you're dreaming of. Maybe you're heading into retirement years, planning for retirement, and just want a little hustle to keep some money coming in. Look at the balance here, right? Chakra bowls. So, full alignment, what you're working on here. You're kind of tuning yourself up, actually, as I say chakra bowls, like the tuning. And kind of that work you're putting in. So, it's aligning with your heart's wish. Right now you're focused on achieving this kind of alignment that's going to be balanced for you. But whatever you do, there's like this tangibility, right? She's working with her hands here. It's something you can actually give, something you can feel. Others, there's an impact here. There's something tangible that you are gifting. So that's why, maybe there's this thought, this ability, this opportunity for you to gain some revenue from it. But I feel like this is like your true self. This is you being true to yourself. This kind of passion, this hobby, this interest of yours, this maybe side of you that you kept quiet or had to put a pause on for a bit, and you're returning to it. You're balanced, right? You're feeling more balanced. Coming back into your realignment with your whole self. Just bump those up so we can see the titles here for you. So we're going to talk about something you're expecting. So you're expecting some movement forward through this kind of creative process, through this alignment process you're going through. You're also hoping for some playfulness, some joy, a happy outcome. That's sort of your expectations of this step forward you're taking, this step towards this creativity. This is also a call back. I was talking here about maybe it was something you put off before, like call back to childhood, or just something from the past, something you put a pause on, and now you can restart it again. And there is a little bit of abundance again on the flip-flop as well. So we've got grapes and grapes twice here in terms of some revenue that can be made here in the next 3 months from this. Look at the serenity you achieve. You get your kind of creative juices flowing here. You realign yourself. And then you have this beautiful balance of intuition, inner peace, health, emotion, passion. So health, green, emotion, passion. And you're just kind of holding out your cup to the universe, and you're like, I'm ready. So that's really what you expect. You expect to start to receive from the universe. Maybe I should have it this way. All right, your world, you're like, okay, I made the changes I needed to. My world's back in alignment, so I'm ready to receive the abundance here. So you're expecting this wealth, health, happiness, love, everything that's gonna satisfy all your joy centers here. You are expecting it to come in. Maybe you've been manifesting it, Sagittarius. Maybe that's what you've been doing. Well, I just look back at my notes as I said manifest, or my angel turned my head, because that was what we talked about in June. The angel said, keep manifesting one dream at a time. So you heard them and you're still manifesting and you're bringing in your wealth here. Okay, so what you don't expect. Looks like you don't expect some kind of change in habit, change in I'm just trying to translate with this. So this is the sort of the sudden change, sort of my lightning bolt. Usually this is someone of poor influence, but I don't feel like someone of poor influence is coming into your life. That's not what they're saying. So they're not. It's not like a watch out, be prepared, look for this person. But this person can influence like a poor behavior, a bad habit, maybe the ending of a cycle. Maybe that's what they're trying to say here. What you don't expect is maybe full and complete, right? The kind of lightning bolt here from the heavens, from the skies. You know, Zeus, whoever threw it, your guardian angel, throwing them this lightning bolt, going, no, this is never coming into effect again. So if you have concerns of, you know, I expect to achieve wealth with this kind of turn of a leaf I've made, and I've leaned into my passion here, my creative outlet, whatever that is. And the universe is saying, great, we're going to come in and protect you in this new life you're creating from, you know, we're ending this bad cycle, this long cycle that you just went through, protecting you from bad luck, bad karma. You know, they're really solidifying the ending here. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. They're putting in place what needs to be in place to keep you from going backwards, only forwards here. I love at the bottom of the card it says the overflow, right, of water, the wealth, sort of the overflow of all your dimensions of self being fulfilled, right? Your passion center is fulfilled, you're emotionally fulfilled, you're fulfilled at home, at work, socially, you know, with interests, whatever it is. Sort of all dimensions of you are now satisfied and fulfilled in this new world you stepped into. You know, your new little world you've designed and manifest for you. And then we have the wealth again coming in. Look at it build. It's almost like you're adding your badges of success here. You know, you kind of pin them. I watch MasterChef, and you get like what is it? Immunity pins, right? You get the little gold pin that you put on your apron, and it's like you're winning. You're winning all the challenges here. You're just building it all up. You're building your wealth here. You're building your happiness story, your joy story. And the universe is helping you with that. So you've brought in some good karma with this ending of a cycle, changing of an era, complete kind of change here that you've done. So based on where you're at now, what's assured to come true? And we have abundance here. With my cupcake, it's all about opulence, right? Have your cake, eat it too, kind of feeling. Even just the decor, right? Kind of over the top for a simple little cupcake. So if you head down the path you're headed here, then the next 3 months here, maybe that's why the story was kind of building, right? Maybe early on in the month, you know, maybe August, you're still a little bit absent-minded as you're focusing in on manifesting, and then you really kind of take off here in the wealth story. You've got a expectation of it coming in, and then it starts to come in and build, and then we have full opulence here. Kind of your dream come true in terms of how much kind of wealth and abundance. Oh yeah, look at you. Look at you. Look at your powers of manifestation at the all-time high here. You know, it's just vibrating. It's just resonating from you. you know, the karma, your power of attraction. Whatever you're doing, Sagittarius, you're vibrating. You're bringing it in. Oh, look at the look at the spotlight on you. Look at you standing in your power, standing in your knowing. Look at your intuitive powers. Look at your powers of manifestation just flowing from you. And here you are standing on your passion. You know, you have the spotlight on yourself. So you trusted in self, you had confidence in self, you put yourself out there, right? You were vulnerable. You were vulnerable, which is a new space for you to be in. The angels say, yes, that was the right move to make. So, you know, you got out there, people saw you, and now you're attracting in everything and anything, your heart's desires. Look at you, on fire. So maybe that's why the angels last month wanted you to focus in on one dream. And they supported you, right? We see the lightning bolt. They supported you, brought it in, because now you have the power of manifestation yourself. You can bring in all your dreams. Your angels will be there supporting and watching, but they don't have to kind of step in here and help out a little bit with their lightning bolt. So this is really beautiful, Sagittarius. Let's connect next month and see where you guys are going in the next 3 months.